those three very good friends of mine, they kind of reestablished when in my early days, the positive self-image of a black woman. You know what I mean? The positive self-image of being beautiful as you are.
Hi, welcome to the Black Experience Japan's Melanated Files. My name is Ranzo, and the purpose of this series is to highlight the black people living in Japan. Who are they? We share their stories. Remember to find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at the Black Experience Japan, and subscribe to this channel for weekly videos on the Black Experience in Japan. Let's get into the interview.
My name is Lee-Ann Haslam. I'm from Kingston, Jamaica. What drew me to Japan? Two things mainly. When I was 16, my mom's good friend, she worked with Honda. She bought me a yukata and chopsticks, which I used to wear around in my hair like a crazy person. And when I was in college, I worked in a library and I read a lot of books on Japan, and a friend of mine told me about the JET program. So those two started the journey here. I've been here much longer than I anticipated. I've been here 13 years. This is the start of my 14th year.
So why do you think you stayed so long?
Various reasons. I thought originally I'd only stay 1 year, to be honest. I had a job in Jamaica that was very good. I was supposed to go back to. But things happen. I liked it. I was here with good people in the beginning. I lived down in Saga, Kyushu, down the south, and people were very warm, nice. In fact, it's like my second home now still. So if I ever go, I just go and I visit them and I feel, home. And then when I was ready to leave, I got a scholarship to study here. And then I studied, and then I was ready to leave again. And then I got a job working here as an art teacher. And yeah, I'm still here. Go figure. So I work part-time as an art teacher and at a junior high school, and part-time at a university as hospitality and tourism department lecturer. Yeah. And then I have my own sort of business called Lee Creates, where I do artwork and I do organic products. When I came to Japan, there were whitening products only, and I have curly natural hair. So I was really having a struggle. A friend of mine, we ordered a lot of products once online because we're like, it's either we're gonna relax this or cut it all off, or we're gonna try and make it work. So we ordered a lot of things, and it had to be shipped to LA and shipped to us. And they worked, but I can't consistently do that. And I was like, no, there has to be a better way. My mom, she used to be an esthetician a long time ago for Estee Lauder, and she taught me a lot of things when I was younger, and I was like, let me try and do some research and experiment. And basically that's how it started. And then I made things for people and they liked it, and then they said, hey, Lee, why you don't sell this to other people? And I was like, you think I could sell it to people? I was like, all right, let me try. And so that's the organic product side of it. The other side, the art side, since I went to school here and I did my master's in glass and stuff, that's where that comes from. So when I was in Saga, I used to have an art manager who she'd sell my artwork, and then, word of mouth actually. People see it, they like it, and so I still work for commissions, mainly in Jamaica, but sometimes here.
Tell me, what do you like the most about Japan?
What do I like the most about Japan? All right, that's actually pretty easy for me. One, nature. I love the fact that they honor nature, and I can go and hike and it's clean, everybody picks up their garbage, they're disciplined that way. They take care of their environment. I really appreciate that. I like the safety, and I like the fact that I earn enough to travel outside of Japan when I need a breather and go home. I appreciate that. It's quite easy to live in that sense. It's comfortable. That's also easy to answer. What do I like the least? I miss from home the warm vibe, the friendly openness of people, of them, even if they don't like you, I miss people being just in touch with their emotions and expressive about it, and just popping by your house and visiting you, and you're like, that person again. But I really do miss that. I miss the community. You do have community here, but it's just a little different. And being in Saga, the countryside, I think I had more of that than here near Tokyo, where it's a little robotic sometimes. Like, I have friends and such, but people are busy with their lives and you schedule an appointment to meet. The spontaneity, I miss that. My ambitions for Japan, that's a little tricky because right now I'm at a crossroads. I'm deciding whether or not I'm leaving Japan or staying a little longer. In this next 2 years, I'd like to plan my exit, so to speak. One goal here was to do my master's. I completed that. Second goal was to start my company. If I could do something that leaves Japan still open to me, I think I would really like that. So that I would have more growth with Japan business-wise, so to speak. I think Japan is very good if you want, and a great place for possibilities. Like if you want to open your own school, you want to open your own company, you want to do something completely different, it's up to you. I really think Japan is like that. But right now, I'm kind of looking on the type of life I want to build globally, not just Japan, so to speak. But if I can could keep Japan open, I'd like that. What has my experience in Japan been like as a Black woman? It's funny, in Jamaica, I've been teased many times by my friends as being a brownin, so to speak, or I used to have a friend who called me whitey. Here, I don't get a color. Not that Jamaica defines me just as this and treats me as a color. I think we're very lucky as a Caribbean island that we can be who we are, and it's more like a classism rather than a racism. But in Japan, I've kind of just melted into just a foreigner, so to speak, right? By the Japanese people. I would say dating here is a little interesting, but I don't know if it's also based on color more so, or based on just being a female in Japan, I think I've just sort of melted into the other foreigners, female foreigners. In terms of being Black, though, as a woman, one thing I remember losing at one point, well, maybe not losing, but at one point I remember the idea of beauty, so to speak. The idea of beauty was given here as someone paler and someone of pale unblemished skin, maybe if you're a foreigner, blue eyes, blonde hair, or if you're Japanese, straight hair. And I don't comply with any of those. And the magazines, there are not that many positive self-images for women of color or even kids or females of color growing up. So at one point I was in an area, same in the countryside in Saga, where I didn't really have many friends of color, so to speak. And I didn't notice the impact on me until later. Not that you can't have people of all different colors, that's not what I mean. But there's a sort of identifying with someone of color or from someone who has links with you, like even Caribbean links or something, where it reinforces certain ideas and it encourages you. So a very good friend of mine, she's left now, but at the time, Tiffany and Veronica. Veronica's from Barbados and Tiffany's from America, but of Caribbean links. And I remember meeting up with them, and Osioke, those three very good friends of mine, they kind of reestablished, when in my early days, the positive self-image of a Black woman. You know what I mean? The positive self-image of being beautiful as you are, the positive self-image for others, because like some of my friends of color, they have daughters who are Black, and they have a bit of confusion with who they are sometimes. And it's good to see other women who are thriving, who are confident, who are, entrepreneurs, who are doing their thing and encouraging you. And I think these people, not necessarily be it that they're Black or not, but these Black women have really helped me sort of go along day-to-day life here. Because sometimes it can be a bit isolating, and also you're a bit of an exotic, So it's formed a forum with people you can talk to, and community, and even online, Blacks in Japan or Black women in Japan. If you have something that may not be very important for other people, or something that only certain people can understand, it's a good forum to bring it across and have feedback, and share experiences. People touch your hair, people do different things. I really don't mind when people touch my hair, to be honest. I know some people are a little offended by it, but there are certain experiences that you have that perhaps only someone else of the same color or the same gender can identify with. So for that, it has been a little different, I guess. Redating in Japan, I don't know if it's a color or just a woman thing. This is going to sound funny, but I had in Saga a very good friend of mine who just so happened he was gay. But he said to me, you know, Leanne, this is how, when I first came, he was like, life in Japan is like this. First, they're heterosexual males. Then they're homosexuals. Then they're heterosexual females at the very bottom. So I was like, okay, interesting. Nowadays, though, with a lot of apps, they're you know, you can meet many people. I think over in this side near Tokyo, you can meet many people, but I tend to meet a lot of people who are either one, married, or two, you're to be a side chick, or three, a very strange Japanese person who is interested in someone who is exotic. Or because I travel a lot sometimes, someone who's like, wait, you're going for a month? So or people who are also themselves in transition, like people who are only here for a short time. Because I mean, honestly, I've dated here and I haven't had necessarily a problem with it, so to speak. I've had relationships here, but people have left. They've moved to other countries and we either break up because of that or other aspects. So for dating, I don't think it's impossible. I think maybe it requires a little bit more effort than normally. It's not like you go outside and you meet somebody on average basis. And I'm more old-fashioned. I'm not really into app meeting. I'm into, hi, you're a friend of, okay. And you know, but I think anywhere meeting someone who you're really into can be challenging. Here, Japanese people sometimes, if you're looking to date a Japanese person, usually can be shyer than others. And I remember my first date actually with someone who's Japanese. We're great friends, and he came to Jamaica, but he had a dictionary, I had a dictionary. It was hilarious. Great fun, but hilarious. But I think we were both really young and didn't care about things, and we didn't care about separation or like differences. So, you know, I think it really boils down to the person as well you're with, and what you're looking for, kind of thing. Funniest thing that has happened, I mean, there's certainly instances where we become celebrities rather than, I remember going to Kyoto with a friend. I don't know if it's funny, but it was interesting, definitely. We laughed about it after. I went to Kyoto with a friend, and she has a big afro, and at the time my afro was bigger. And it was a third person, and we're all looking at these amazing temples and everything. We're like, wow, you know. And we met up on some Japanese people, and they're like, can we take a picture? And we're like, okay, sure, a picture or two is fine. All of a sudden, we were like celebrities, snap, 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 snap. And we were like, yo, it's okay, you know? Temple, us, temple, we're all here for the temples. How about take pictures of the temples? So in that sense, that was kind of interesting. Because we're different, and you know, there were so many pictures being taken of us rather than just the one shot we anticipated. My favorite Japanese food? All right, I like chawamushi, and it sounds kind of silly maybe, but the pudding, I really like the whole thing. It's warm, it's nice, and inside you can have like the potato or the bamboo shoots or the different things. I like chawamushi. There are things sometimes when I leave Japan I miss, and I come back and I'm like, I also like the fact that no matter what dish it is here, usually, even if you go to 7-Eleven or something, usually everything they have is very tasty and they take the time to prepare. So almost everything can be appreciated. To me, the best life advice, I've received a reasonable amount. Take one day at a time has been good, but my grandma, long ago, she gave me this poem by Rudyard Kipling called If. It's really long, so I won't go into all of it. But it basically talks about being able to mix with anybody and doing your best at everything, even if something doesn't work out, just taking those tools up again and doing it, and just giving every second of life your best. You know, trying to make that 60 seconds the best seconds run, you know, for the minute. I think that has been the best advice I've gotten. It's about being the best human. It talks about how to be a man, but it's about being the best human you can be. Be kind to people. I really think so. I think you don't know what everyone is going through. And Sometimes we're too quick to judge because of what we or personal selves are going through, and we can be miserable, but just try and be kind. You know, sometimes that person just needs a smile, or they just need a hand or an ear to listen, and you never know. So just be kind to people, whatever small thing it is. There are little things I'm good at. Superpower. Sometimes I'm excellent with bringing people together. I think being the glue between people is a really blessed thing to have. And it's nice when you see everyone together just being happy. I think that would be the secret superpower. Yes, I have artistic talent, and yes, I'm good with dogs. I grew up with them. But when you're able to be in a group and just have everyone come together and just be happy, it's a really good feeling. Advice to Black people, Black women. 1, bring some of your products or buy from me. 2, be open. Be open. Don't make your own story. Don't just judge from what other people have said. Everyone has their own experience, their own opinion. Some are negative, some are positive. But I would say be positive and open and just give it your all and come, because there are many wonderful people here, and some people have and make amazing lives. So if you want to come. I think you can make a life here. I have a Facebook page called Lee Creates, and that's where you can find our products. We have a wide range of products, from hair butters to body butters to soaps, facial soaps, and things for eczema, because people suffer from that a lot here in the climate change. So Lee Creates, Facebook.
Thank you so much for watching. If you or someone you know would like to be featured, send us a message through our Facebook page or Instagram at the BlackXJP, or via our website, blackxjp.com. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.